What's up, everybody? I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about my favorite way to market a business, and that's with Google, the #1 search engine in the world. So let's get it. So before we get started today, I actually want to give a shout out. This is something I want to do quite frequently on this channel so that I can spread light onto brands, movements, all that jazz. I just want to make sure that I'm out there doing my part to gain exposure for the people and the brands that I have did things with or just interacted with through a purchase. And today's brand is the Victory Team Movement. I'm actually wearing one of the shirts right now. They have lovely products on their site, and they actually have a mission with the brand. The Victory Team Movement was created to empower men and women, young or old, through faith and godliness to live victorious by partnering with Jesus Christ in all areas of life. I'm a Christian entrepreneur. If you're not, I understand, but don't let that stop you from joining them on Monday at 7:30 p.m. every week, where you can get something to jumpstart your day, jumpstart your life, so you can live victorious. So let's get started. Today we're going to be talking about Google, but more importantly, how do I get onto Google's rank results? A lot of people have a lot of different ways of doing it, and today I just want to demystify what it actually takes to get on Google. So step 1, get a website. I know that's pretty self-explanatory, but you just cannot not have a website. You must have a website to drive the different inner workings of actually gaining it. A website could be in the form of a Shopify, it could be in the form of a Wix, a Squarespace, a WordPress site. It could be any of those things, but you do need a legitimate website with your own, preferably not a subdomain. So nothing like a Blogspot. Though you can rank via Blogspot websites, it's just preferred, in my professional opinion, that you don't go that Blogspot way of kind of making it harder for yourself. So first of all, get a dedicated domain, #1. #2, complete each page's meta descriptions and meta titles. Now, I might have just talked Greek to you just then, but I'll explain. What a meta description is a description that pops up right under the search for what your product is. It's also the description that'll oftentimes pop up on Facebook when you populate something or you create a link in a post that you write. So that description of your website or of your page is extremely important. Now, it's going to vary how you complete this. So I would just do a search. Say you're using Shopify. I would do a search on how to fill in descriptions, meta descriptions on Shopify. That would be a good starting place to you figuring out what your specific platform or how your specific platform actually takes meta descriptions and meta titles and all that good stuff. #3, you're going to want to have compelling content that's about your subject matter. A lot of times we think we're going to rank for something when we don't even mention the product. For example, we might sell dope Christian apparel. However, without saying Christian apparel, we will never rank for that keyword. It's very difficult for Google to find you as the authority on that keyword if you don't even mention the word within the context or any of the content of your website. But it's not just important to mention the word. Google is looking for the best of the best when it comes to content. So you want to make sure that you're writing content in a way that's unique, that doesn't just spell it out just for sake of saying it for the organic reach on Google, but that you're saying it with a purpose, purposely crafting something that will really benefit others. Don't game the system. That's a rule in itself, but don't game the system by keyword stuffing or saying your keyword repeatedly amount of times, an excessive amount of times throughout the content of the website. #4, get other sites to link to your website. This is called a backlink. A backlink is incoming hyperlink from one web page to another website. If I just lost you there, it's literally a link to your website that's linked via another website. So say you get the opportunity to write a blog on a popular website, and that website, of course, isn't your website, but you get to mention your brand. That's great because you just created a backlink or a link that's on another website that Google can see, and they kind of take that as a sign of the person vouching. So think about it. It's just like a word of mouth. The more people who refer somebody to you, you're more likely to use them. But also, if you had a lot of people that were, you know, shady, or you didn't really care for them or whatnot for whatever reason, you probably wouldn't take their recommendation very good. And the same goes for when you create these links. They can't be on shady websites. They can't be a part of a network of websites that are solely here to create links. Google is looking for real relationships, and it's important to create these real relationships. So let's do a quick recap. Number one, you need a good domain. I prefer that you use your own unique domain. You can use a subdomain or wordpress.com.yourname or a blogspot.yourname.com, but in my opinion, it is a lot better to have your own unique name. Number two, you need to fill out your meta descriptions and titles. It is extremely important for how Google reads what your website is even about. And going on that, you also need the content as a building block that kind of matches what that meta description is. And lastly, getting links from other websites. You can do this by writing compelling articles. You can do this by reaching out to likewise brands and maybe doing a quid pro quo on a guest blog post. But make sure that that website is also of good quality. You want to match with people that are better or the same quality as yourself. But it also kind of depends on what the competition is like in that landscape. But all of that good stuff we'll definitely get into more. I just wanted to do this quick video to tell you how the ranking process or ranking factors from a very small perspective work. Those are kind of the major ones that you want to look out for. Of course, there are many, many more other things that you need to know. So stay tuned on this channel, like, subscribe. I'll definitely be doing more work like this so that you can get your website ranked on Google.com, Yahoo, Bing, and I mean, whatever one you want to be ranked on. Dogpile, I don't know if that exists, but hey, thank you for joining me today. Don't forget to check out the Victory Team. V's up, peace out.